Hi, I'm Emily and I'm an account manager at Inbox Marketer. As marketers, we know that every email campaign we send out is a customer experience. Each and every message is part of a larger messaging strategy, and whether the specific campaign objective is cross-sell, retention, or anything at all, one thing they all have in common is the goal to build a positive brand interaction on the part of the customer. In our haste to get email campaigns out the door, it's important to remember that the task of creating a positive customer experience doesn't stop with the development of the message and creative, rather it's complete only upon its successful execution. We follow a rigorous QA process, and today I'll highlight the key steps as well as what can go wrong and how to prevent it. Once the HTML template is coded and approved, I recommend one final review of the template. It's much more efficient to make updates at this point in the process as opposed to after you've already completed steps to set up the message in the deployment system. The first part is to proofread. You most likely went through several rounds of copy edits to get the message to this point, and one last proofread will catch any changes that may have altered the intended message. Remember to check for CAN-SPAM and PPIDA requirements. A physical mailing address must be included, as well as links to your privacy policy and unsubscribe form. The example at the bottom of this slide is a standard footer message from our own inbox newsletter. The privacy elements can be short and sweet as shown in this example, but must be present. Lastly, try to scan the message through the eyes of a customer that is seeing the email for the first time. Is the message clear? The customer should get a sense right away of what you're calling on them to do. When you click on the offer, the landing page should have the same level of clarity without the need to search for expected information. If you feel you are too familiar with the campaign to assess this, ask a colleague to review it. Once the template check is complete, you are ready for the message to be set up and tested. You should send the test message from the deployment platform to an internal seed list to review. When you view the message in your inbox, check all envelope details, including from address, from name, subject line, and reply to address. Seems like an obvious concept, but it needs to be said. If you subscribe to a lot of email marketing, you've most likely seen messages land in your inbox with subject line errors, like spelling mistakes, improper branding, the word test left in the subject line, and even instances of no subject line at all. Beware of special characters that may not display properly. The most common offenders are the long dash and the smart apostrophe, also known here as the slanty apostrophe, which is a default of Microsoft Word. Most email clients will replace special characters like these with a group of characters that appear random and out of place. The most common way that these characters make their way into our subject lines and message bodies is through text that is copy and pasted from a program like Microsoft Word. Avoid this by using TextPad to build your copy decks. In respect to HTML, remember that coding for email is different from coding for the web. In addition to coding for display in different browsers, there are dozens of email clients that can all display your message differently, and not all code is supported. The example below shows a section of an email template that uses a search form embedded into the message. The top one is what was intended, but the image below is how this appears in email clients like Outlook 2007 and Hotmail, which don't support forms. Across different email clients, you may also find differences in how your formatting is supported for fonts and URL links. Some email clients will display weird characters if they don't recognize something in the message, like the example on the left. There can also be differences in line spacing and image alignment between different email clients, which can cause templates to break apart, like the example on the right. Check dynamic and variable populated content. The use of variable and dynamic content has increased dramatically. Not surprising, since this capability has enriched our messaging strategy by offering personalized content with great efficiency. Check it thoroughly. There are still a lot of senders that aren't doing this right. Sending empty content or mistargeted content is worse than sending the old-fashioned one-to-many message. Knowing your database can help you make your QA process more efficient and complete. Make sure you have test accounts for all of your top domains. Most are free and don't take long to set up. You should spend the most time reviewing the top email clients that you're sending to. At this next step, you should check that all links have proper tracking tags. Click on each and every link to ensure that it's working and directing to the appropriate landing page. If you're passing any variable data to the landing page, make sure it's being properly captured and displayed. Broken links will result in lost sales, as most customers will not take the time to search for an offer on your site if they can't click through it from their email message. Can't see images? View here. A standard pre-header message and yet often overlooked. Be sure you QA your web versions. In this example, the email message is on the left and the web version to the right. Several large sections of content are completely missing from the web version. Most likely, this was dynamically personalized content that was displayed in the email message, but not pushed to the web version. All of the content in the email message should be displayed in the web version. If a customer's email says, "Dear Sally," the web version shouldn't read, "Dear, comma." Same goes for your mobile versions. Be sure to view your message on different PDA screens as opposed to just testing through your desktop. Don't be tempted to cut corners. We often are narrowly focused on the pretty HTML message. Nearly all email deployment systems are capable of sending a multi-part message, which means that both the HTML and text version are sent to the ISP, and the recipient settings will determine which they receive. While the HTML is most commonly viewed, the text version should not be overlooked. Remember to proofread your text version and test all of the links within the message. Managing deliverability is a big job with many facets. One important aspect of deliverability management is monitoring message content. As part of our QA process, we send each and every message through a deliverability tool offered by our partner, ReturnPath. This tool allows us to assess message content by offering a spam score and running the message through various spam filters to ensure it's passing. If there are any content-related issues that may prevent us from achieving optimal deliverability to the inbox, we flag it at this stage and work to massage the code or message in order to pass. Thanks for watching. I hope you've taken away some tips to help optimize your own QA process. For more information, you can contact us at 519-824-6664 or institute@inboxmarketer.com.